I have a million questions. You were the guy who said to Michael Jackson, you should get into publishing.
Isn't that great?
Yeah.
Don't you love the irony?
And he bought all your songs.
Yeah.
And you've said to him, listen, I'll give you fair market value. Let me buy my songs. I want to own them. And he won't do it.
You know, it's a funny thing. We had quite a good little relationship. He rang me up one Christmas Day, I think it was, and I heard this. Hello?
He's very weird.
Oh.
Yeah.
I said, hello, is this? I thought, uh-oh, wait a minute, this American fan's got my home phone number.
Right.
This is weird. I said, hello, yes.
Yeah,
no, he's not here.
Yeah.
He said, oh, hi, Paul. So, anyway, he came over. I said, what do you want to do? He said, make some hits. I said, that sounds good. So we got a little relationship there. It was quite good fun. And it is true, he did ask me, he said, you know, got some advice, Paul?
Yeah.
I took him aside and said, diddle-a-diddle, and think about getting into music publishing. And I thought he was joking. He said, oh, I'm going to get yours. Well, I went, oh, he slapped
Sure
him
you
on
are.
the back. Right. Good one, you know, I thought that was a joke. And then I just got rung up. He said, he's got yours.
In 1985, he made a huge investment by purchasing the Beatles' music catalog. However, this investment didn't yield the expected returns due to management and financial difficulties. According to the New York Times, Jackson used his stake in a song catalog that included the Beatles' hits as part of collateral for about $270 million in loans from Bank of America. The bank sold the loans in 2005 to Fortress Investment Group, a company that buys distressed debt. Jackson was known for his luxurious lifestyle and large properties like Neverland Ranch. These expenses, exceeding his income, led to mounting debts. Jackson faced various lawsuits, which led to high legal costs. His debts seriously affected Jackson's financial situation. According to the documents presented, Michael Jackson had more than $500 million in debt at the time of his death in 2009. According to the file, Jackson had more than 65 creditors at the time of his death. Jackson had more than half a dozen lawsuits pending worldwide, and more than 65 creditors' claims were filed in the estate, spawning additional lawsuits, of which several resulted in litigation. The petition reads, after his death, attorneys for the executors handled 15 lawsuits in the U.S. and assisted with more in Europe and Japan, most of which they claim were resolved or disposed of favorably. The publication reported that certified public accountant William R. Ackerman, testifying as a defense witness on behalf of AEG Live in the wrongful death trial in August 2013, offered a detailed look at the singer's finances, telling jurors that Jackson spent money on donations to charity, gifts, travel, art, and furniture. He spent a lot of money on jewelry, Ackerman added, in the downtown Los Angeles courtroom at the time. He was tapped out. Michael had faced economic troubles over the years, particularly due to contracts that didn't align with his interests. However, the idea that he truly faced bankruptcy never crossed his mind. Michael wanted to make a fresh start. He wanted to show everyone who he truly was in a completely new way. He wanted people to see his work and not just talk about his lifestyle. Randy Phillips, the former CEO of AEG Live, told Rolling Stone in 2009, Michael was a very smart marketing person. People say he was feeble and manipulated, but he was powerful and a manipulator. He was ready, Phillips told the publication. He wanted to clean up his finances. He was ready to stop living like a vagabond and settle down and earn money again. Yes, according to claims, Michael's total debt was about $500 million, but we must not forget that Michael's total wealth was over $2 billion. So Jackson's debt was only about 1/4 of his fortune. Yes, a fake death would have saved Jackson from all his debts and allowed him to start a new life, but a huge star like Michael Jackson wouldn't prefer a fake death because of a debt that was only 1/4 of his fortune. This can't be the only reason, We know that even Michael Jackson's personal belongings, costumes, and memorabilia have been sold at auctions for high amounts. In fact, we've all heard that even Michael Jackson's dirty laundry was sold for $1 million. So if Jackson's only problem was his debts, he could have easily paid off $500 million by planning a few concerts, participating in a few programs, or even requesting money from his fans. This could not have been the sole reason for a fake death. However, It's worth noting that a fake death did get him out of many financial issues and made him a lot of money. Indeed, Michael Jackson continued to generate massive income from music and stage performances after his death in 2009. In 2024, he ranked #1 on the list of highest-earning celebrities posthumously with $600 million. Jackson is estimated to have earned a total of $3.3 billion after his death. So Michael earned a significant amount after his death. This is nearly 7 times more than his debt. If you ask for my opinion, in conclusion, Michael didn't fake his death because of his debts, but the fake death placed him in a very good financial position. The This Is It tour was supposed to be Michael Jackson's first major world tour after the History Tour in 2005. This tour was designed to be a milestone in Jackson's musical career, bringing it to its peak. The goal of the tour was to give Jackson's fans an unforgettable experience with his greatest songs. When Jackson began preparations for the tour, he aimed to present a show that combined music, visuals, choreography, and technology, offering a performance that would be the last time for his fans. However, the main purpose was not just what I have explained so far. AEG's boss, Randy Phillips, had forced Michael to perform at AEG-owned arenas. There were supposed to be 10 concerts in the This Is It tour. Michael learned that if he didn't accept this offer, he would be broke forever. So, the main purpose of this tour was AEG's desire to profit from Michael. Michael thought the 10 concerts would be a jubilee, and he had no doubt that AEG had designed the whole event as a comeback tour. For him, This Is It meant this is it.
This is it.
On March 5th, 2009, Michael made the famous announcement that he would perform 10 concerts, with the first one scheduled for July 8th, 2009 at the O2 Arena. In the press conference, he spoke about a farewell tour. The tickets for the concerts sold out in no time. The website selling the tickets crashed. However, seeing the interest, AEG increased the number of concerts to make as much money as possible. Initially, the tour was set for 10 concerts, but the number of concerts kept increasing. Even whispers of a world tour were circulating behind closed doors. AEG was considering a 3-year European, Asian, and US tour, and eventually, Randy Phillips announced this. To lower the high demand in London, AEG raised the ticket prices. They made an agreement with an internet company to sell tickets for the best seats at £500, and of course 80% of this money went into AEG's pocket. Michael's manager, Dieter Wiesner, explained the situation by saying, Michael couldn't survive the world tour. He might have survived with 10 concerts, but 25 or 50 concerts would definitely kill him. He couldn't handle it, and he would die, because these didn't align with his motives, desires, and plans. Michael was being exploited financially, and he was expected to achieve massive success. He had complained about the revenue from the History Tour, criticized Sony, and had disputes with Tommy Mottola. He had shown a great deal of courage, risking being alone, and had escaped the system. But now the system was seemingly taking revenge on him.
Sony, Tommy Mottola. Tommy Mottola is the president of the record division. He is a mean, he's a racist, and he's very, very, very devilish.
Into this way, and whoever else, artists that are on their label that are being sucks. Sony sucks. Sony sucks. I want to hear the guys in the.
Michael was under so much pressure that he eventually began to fear losing his life, his future, and his children. This fear followed him in nearly every step he took. He was deeply affected by concerns for his children's safety. During the most difficult and dangerous period of his life, these fears might have turned into a desire for escape. Over time, many people who touched his life noticed these pressures and fears, but no one truly understood what was happening in his inner world. Michael often expressed that he feared both losing his life and the safety of his children. In his last phone conversation with Dieter, he said, "I fear for my children. I fear death."
I don't know if I should tell you this, I don't understand. What do you mean? Talk to me.
I can't talk about it over the phone. I don't know what's going to happen, but I just feel in my soul, only God knows, they could shoot me. They could stab me. They could frame me and say I overdosed you on drugs. They can do a lot of things.
Who could do this?
It's not the government. It's more than the government.
Michael had many enemies who wanted him dead, and it was impossible for Michael to handle 50 concerts. Michael had only two options: to do what he was told or to disappear. So, he preferred to end his own life before someone else could destroy him. In this case, escaping seemed like the best option for him. Just as he wanted to convey in his song Escape, he needed a fresh start in a place far away from all his enemies and dangers.